Did you know that we are all influenced by spirits? And did you know that there are signs by which we can identify when our spiritual mentor is nearby and wants to communicate? From now on, I will help you recognize these signs so that you can understand and perceive when your spiritual mentor wishes to communicate. According to Allan Kardec, we are all mediums, as we receive influences from spirits. Some of us are active mediums, but all of us, without exception, are subject to spiritual influences, both from mentors and obsessors. Today, we will specifically discuss the presence of spiritual mentors and divide these signs into three categories: signs associated with thoughts, signs associated with the environment, and signs related to the physical body. Let's start with the signs related to thoughts, intuition, and the subconscious. These signs are very common among people. The first sign is a sudden change of ideas or thoughts. Have you ever experienced a moment when you were immersed in your thoughts and suddenly something unexpected happened, causing your thoughts to change without any apparent reason? This intriguing experience can be an indication of the presence of your spiritual mentor by your side, guiding you towards the correct thinking. By being guided by this new perspective, you can find inspiring solutions and follow a path that aligns with your life purpose. These signs are like precious gifts delivered by spirits, opening doors to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the spiritual world that surrounds us. Another sign is when repeated numbers start appearing frequently in our everyday reality. This reveals itself as a powerful sign that our spiritual mentor seeks to establish a deeper connection with us. This divine manifestation through repeated hours and digits serves as a subtle yet undeniable call for us to awaken our consciousness and be attentive to the messages that the spiritual plane has to convey. It is a gentle way to engage us and invite us to explore the mysteries of the universe, seeking to understand the hidden meanings behind these numbers on our spiritual journey. The next sign reveals itself through various dreams that transport us beyond the limits of the physical body, into a deep connection with our spiritual mentor. During these out-of-body experiences, astral projections and spiritual journeys occur, providing our spirit with a freedom that is not accessible in our waking state. When we fall asleep, our subtle energies detach and dive into a spiritual plane, allowing us to experience according to our deserving and will. In these moments of connection with our spiritual mentor, we have the opportunity to meet enlightened beings who guide us and offer guidance. They are our companions on this spiritual journey, leading us to a wide range of experiences in the spiritual plane, helping us expand our understanding and connection with the divine. These transcendent encounters are experienced as dreams, although they often appear as vague and fragmented images in our conscious memory. However, we should not underestimate the importance of these authentic experiences of existence beyond the limits of our physical bodies. In addition to various dreams, another revealing sign of our connection with our spiritual mentor is recurring coincidences. These synchronicities are not just isolated cases, but rather events that capture our attention and make us realize significant connections in the fabric of the universe. Our spiritual mentor, with their transcendental wisdom, often uses these coincidences as a means to draw attention to something important or awaken our awareness to an essential aspect of our spiritual journey. By paying closer attention to these coincidences, we can unravel hidden messages and gain a deeper understanding of the interconnected nature of the universe. Lastly, a third sign in our connection with our spiritual mentor is intense visions. These visions can occur both during wakefulness and during deep meditations or moments of contemplation. They are visionary experiences that transcend physical perception, allowing us to glimpse beyond the veils of material reality. These intense visions can range from glimpses of bright lights, spiritual figures, or symbolic scenes to more comprehensive experiences where we are immersed in an expanded state of consciousness. These profound visual experiences can trigger a sense of connection with a broader reality and awaken a deeper understanding of our true spiritual nature. The signs that permeate the environment are associated with the presence of our spiritual mentor and are true manifestations of a transcendental connection between the material and spiritual planes. It is important to note that perceiving these signs requires a certain degree of mediumistic sensitivity from those present, allowing such occurrences to manifest. The first sign that deserves our attention is a sudden drop in temperature. Although this phenomenon is rooted in popular imagination through horror movies, it is essential to understand that this temperature reduction is not limited to negative presences. In fact, it can be an indication of the proximity of our spiritual mentor. When our guide is by our side, it is possible to feel a sudden decrease in temperature, a subtle way to capture our attention and involve us in their presence. This climatic change may be related to both energetic characteristics of the present spirit and the intention to draw our attention to important messages. Another sign that may be present in the environment is flickering lights. This occurrence is often used by the spiritual mentor as a means to communicate with us. However, it is essential to discern that all the signs mentioned earlier can be attributed to both the presence of mentors and the presence of obsessors. The difference lies in the energy we perceive during the manifestations. When we are in tune with our spiritual mentor, we feel a sense of well-being and revitalization. The flickering of lights can be employed as a subtle and engaging call, awakening our consciousness to the guidance and teachings that our mentor wishes to convey. Furthermore, objects that fall suddenly can be considered another sign to be observed. Sometimes, spirits use the mediumship present in some individuals to move these objects in unexplained falls. Lastly, the occurrence of electronic devices turning on and off in a peculiar manner is another sign in our connection with our spiritual mentor. However, it is important to highlight that these signs related to the environment are less common when it comes to spiritual mentorship. Our guides prefer more subtle approaches, using intuitions, sensations, and thoughts to establish a spiritual dialogue with those who are incarnated. Perceiving these signs requires sensitivity, openness, and attunement to the spiritual plane. It is important to develop our spirituality and be receptive to the messages and guidance that spiritual mentors wish to convey to us. When we connect with them, we are capable of receiving inspiration, wisdom, and guidance in our spiritual journey. Remember that each experience is unique and personal. These signs may manifest in different ways for different people. Therefore, it is essential to be attentive to your own feelings, intuitions, and personal experiences to recognize the presence and communication of your spiritual mentor. Open yourself to this special connection and allow yourself to explore the mysteries of the spiritual world. By cultivating this connection, you will find a greater sense of purpose, guidance, and spiritual growth in your life. Now that you know some of the signs by which we can identify the presence and communication of a spiritual mentor, stay alert and receptive to these subtle manifestations. May this deep and transcendental connection with the spiritual plane illuminate your path and bring peace, wisdom, and inspiration to your spiritual journey.